What the river remembers. I thought leaving the village would end it. I was wrong. The elders never told me the river's name. Not because they didn't know it, but because names are invitations. They said it only in rituals, with mouths full of bitter leaves and bloodworm gin. Outsiders were never meant to hear it. I learned later, from whispers that followed me even after NYSC. Long before the village existed, before the footpaths and mud houses, the land was a trading route between forests. Travelers died often, robbers, sickness, exhaustion. Bodies were thrown into a shallow stream that ran where the river is now. No burial rites. No names called. Just flesh given to water. The stream learned hunger. When settlers arrived generations later, they found water that never dried, even in Harmattan. They built beside it. They drank from it. They thanked it. They didn't know it had already learned to listen. The first evil happened during a famine. A woman lost all her children in one season. Mad with grief, she went to the river at night and begged it to take her too. Instead, the river spoke back. It promised food, rain, fertility. But it wanted something in return, belonging. The woman cut her palm and bled into the water. That was the first pact. From that year, the river fed the village. Fish appeared where there were none. Crops grew even when neighboring lands failed. Women conceived easily. But strangers who passed through began to vanish. Traders, hunters, runaways. Their footprints ended at the riverbank. The elders understood too late. The river had decided who belonged and who didn't. It does not kill. It keeps. Children used to say that at night, you could see faces under the brown surface. Not floating, watching. Eyes open. Mouths moving slowly, as if rehearsing names. Anyone who heard their own name while near the river would fall sick within days. Fever first. Then dreams of water filling their lungs while they were awake. One story terrified me more than Musa's death. Years ago, a soldier like me, NYSC, copper uniform and all, refused to leave after a warning. He said nothing would chase him from government posting. One morning, villagers found his boots neatly placed by the river. Inside them were wet footprints, turned inward, like someone stepped out of his body and walked into the water. His body was never found. Another story, a woman married into the village but never truly accepted. She fetched water every day. One evening, the river called her maiden name, the name she had before marriage. She answered without thinking. They say she walked into the water smiling. Her husband still hears her pounding yam at night. But when he enters the kitchen, the pestle is wet and the floor smells like river mud. The elders said the river grows stronger with every stranger it takes. Each one becomes a mouth, a listener, a caller. That is why it called me. After I returned home, water began following me. Not floods, not rain. Small things. Taps turning on by themselves. Buckets filled by morning. My dreams always ended the same way, standing at the riverbank, while something beneath the surface practiced my voice perfectly. Weeks later, I fell sick. Doctors found nothing. At night, I heard splashing under my bed. My mother said I talked in my sleep, arguing with someone who sounded like me, but older. I finally understood the last truth the old man tried to hide. The river did not push me out to save me. It pushed me out because it wasn't finished. Strangers who escape are marked. They become bridges. Living paths the river can use to travel beyond its land. Sometimes, when I'm alone near water, I feel it testing me, seeing how close I am, how tired, how willing. It still calls my name. Not angry. Patient. Because rivers don't chase. They wait.